Hey everybody, it's Tammy. There's a new Bionicle set out. You may not have heard about it, as the internet has been its usual totally chill self about it. I'm going to assume that you're all familiar with the new Bionicle gift with purchase set that's coming out. Basically, if you spend $100, I think, or £90 in LEGO stores in 2-week period starting from today or yesterday, depending on when I get this out, you can get a system-based recreation of Takua and Jella in their sort of 2001 forms. I have some thoughts. There's going to be some positive in this video, there's going to be some negative in this video, but thanks to a random spark of inspiration I had in the shower last night, these points are going to be presented in an alternating list of ises and isn'tses. Got it? Don't worry, you will. Starting off with number 1, this is probably the most feasible option for an official LEGO Bionicle product in the modern day. As much as I love a lot of those LEGO Ideas projects, and I'm going to tell you a secret, I've spent quite a bit of money getting parts to build one of those models myself. I might even have it finished before the end of the year. But as much as I love a lot of those projects, they were probably never going to be feasible as mass-produced products. Things like Mutanui Rising, which, as I said, I quite like, or Sakoda's wonderful triple diorama, they were just too expensive to produce for such a small audience. That was pretty conclusively shown in the recent Bricklink Designer project. A faithful recreation or re-release of the original sets with the relevant Technic parts was never on the cards either. Most of those molds are well out of production, and LEGO isn't going to bring similar ones back for such a niche nostalgia line. For a new line aiming at mass appeal? Maybe, but that was essentially what G2 was, and we all know what happened there. This, on the other hand, is just over 200 pieces of standard LEGO parts with a couple of printed pieces, and creates a couple bright, colourful figures that can be somewhat appreciated even without familiarity with the source material. It's a relatively small set, and it's only being produced in a small number, and that makes it a small investment for LEGO, especially considering another point that I'll get to in a minute. But number 2, this isn't a quote slap in the face to Bionicle fans or something to get angry about. LEGO did not release this begrudgingly, it was not forced to. LEGO is a big company. It is not going to be pressurised into doing anything by Bionicle fans. Also, the decisions regarding what gets made in what theme and the budget for each set are made by completely different people to those who actually designed the set. So regardless of how it came about, and given that, as I said before, this type of project was probably the most feasible anyone could expect from LEGO right now, as far as we can tell, this specific set was created by designers with a genuine care and fondness for Bionicle G1, or at least this era of G1. They clearly tried to fit as much of the detail of the original Technic model as they could. The masks are clearly evocative of the Mutanui Online game, which works with the more simplistic parts involved, but they included Takua's backpack as well, for cripe's sake. And this is technically the first time Takua has even been officially released in his original colour scheme. Yes, it sucks that they messed up Greg Farshtey's surname, but that can happen with any product. The fact that it's Bionicle is probably just bad luck. I am in fact more offended that they're using Greg's words to elicit warm fuzzy feelings from us about this set, given that since writing those words, the company has since let Greg go. Or if he did write it since leaving LEGO, I hope they at least compensated him. Speaking of warm fuzzy feelings, that leads on to number 3. This is a carrot on a stick, or if you prefer, a promotional tool. It's leveraging the passion of a small but engaged fan base to generate publicity for LEGO's current wave of products, and is being used to incentivise the purchasing of a not insubstantial amount of said products. This is not necessarily bad or evil, but it is important that we as fans recognise this for what it is and engage with it with that awareness. Personally, I think that the gift for purchase exclusivity model of promotion is a really shitty thing to do. LEGO could have made this a promotional set that is just exclusive to their stores for a limited time. That would have still increased footfall to those stores, while also allowing those who just want this set, or who only have the money for this set, to get it. You could have still made it a free gift for purchase over a certain amount. But LEGO doesn't just want you to spend money on their products, it wants you to spend a lot of money on their products. But it's not just that, it wants you to spend a lot of money on their products at full price in their store. And it's not just that, they want you to spend a lot of money on their products at full price in their store in a very short space of time. Carrot on a stick. And a lot of people are going to bite, because this is Bionicle, and they love Bionicle, and this is more Bionicle, right? Number 4. This isn't Bionicle. At least, it's not Bionicle in the context that I have overwhelmingly seen it presented in the last few weeks and months. Ever since this set was leaked and it gained credibility, the internet's been awash with cries of Bionicle's back! Bionicle's back! But whilst this is a Bionicle branded product, Bionicle isn't back. Bionicle was a multimedia franchise that fans engaged with in different ways, but broadly speaking, Bionicle manifested in 2 main forms. The first was the sets. They were products as well, but this was a range of models that were compatible with each other and could be combined and allowed for playing or displaying together. The second is the story, that took these sets and brought them to life as characters, built a world around them, some would argue too many worlds, and even created new characters. And these two elements fed back on each other. As new sets came out, they enriched the world that the existing sets' characters lived in, and original characters introduced in the story would prompt fans to make their own models, have contests, and fight bitter, bitter wars over what the hell a Metru build actually is. None of which, sadly, can really be said for set 40581 Bionicle, Tahu, and Takua. This set is a one-off facsimile of existing Barnacle models. They do not add to the existing world of Bionicle. Parts-wise, they can't really be integrated to the existing Barnacle models in any new way. Obviously, all LEGO is cross-compatible to some degree, but apart from the two mask prints, they don't bring anything new to the table. I'm not even saying that this is a bad thing, or that the set is bad, but it seems that a lot of people are projecting something onto it that it isn't. I'm also not saying don't get this set, but I think you should get something because of what it is and not because of what you want it to be. However, there is something that anybody can get, and it's free. Number 5. This can be an inspiration for further creativity. Another thing that slightly irks me about people saying Bionicle's back in response to a single model in a completely different style that most people can't even get, is that the people they're talking to, the fans, are already keeping Bionicle alive. New mocks are being built every day, the second-hand market for sets and parts is almost becoming inaccessible because of the amount of demand. There are new stories being written, or even rewritten, there are videos, be it computer animated or stop motion, and new games that do more than anything that was released when Barnacle was an active LEGO theme. Hell, there's so many projects I can't even keep up with them. Music! There's music too! Check out Ida's Journey, it's awesome! I've been meaning to interview the team for months, and I'm so sorry guys, I've been dealing with multiple horrendous life things and, sorry, I digressed. But like Scrunkly Tahu, fans will take inspiration from this set and create their own cool shit. And you don't have to spend $100 in a LEGO store on a leap year whilst hopping on one leg, rubbing your tummy and patting your head to enjoy it. Because if I'm going to hop on one leg whilst rubbing my tummy and patting my head, I'm going to do it on my own terms. But they included Takua's back crack.